Here we go. There's a dog. Howdy. Anyway, I wanted to talk about economics, philosophy. There's a guy, Robert Kiyosaki, is it? Kiyosaki? Anyway, he's about my age, maybe a little younger. And I really admire him. Very respectable, wise man who, you know, has a lot of wealth. And he seems to enjoy it. He seems to enjoy life. But wealth was not my ambition. And I wanted to be comfortable, and I wanted to live my life as I wanted to live it. I wanted to do things I wanted to do. And making money is important, and you have to make usually effort. It takes effort. And I also never expected anybody. I mean, that's the way I was raised, and most of us were kind of raised to provide for ourselves and not expect other people to carry our burdens, support us. So that's my philosophy there, and I did a lot of things. I mean, I didn't want to, actually, to be honest, I didn't want to work. When I was maybe 16, 17, I actually wondered, you know, I looked at my grandparents, you know, you're thinking, God, maybe they'll leave me some money. I mean, it's pretty horrendous. I mean, I think that's not an uncommon desire among human beings, is just to be a child their whole lives, have somebody take care of you and do all the effort. But
I don't know.
hello, doggy. Hello there. Hello. You're so pretty.
Oh, yeah.
So pretty. Oh, anyway. But when I realized that wasn't going to be my fate, I just got to work, you know, just got to work, and I found it really wasn't that bad. I had a gas station job. When I was 16, I worked at Catalina Island, got $20 a week. We worked 6 days. We worked 6 days a week. And you might get up at 5:30, start the breakfast thing, and you'd get a break. After breakfast, you'd get some time to mess around the island, and then come back again and set up for lunch and clean up after that. I mean, it was kind of hard, actually. 4 of us were living in this little bunkhouse thing. Yeah, I remember the first morning or two, I'd bang my head on the rafters. You know, the top of the ceiling was so low, the bunk bed was right there. And I'd heard that it was a relocation camp, but I don't know about that. In fact, that may not be true. It's called Howland's Landing. It's still there. It's probably a resort or something now. Catalina Island Boys Camp, and then Stark Camp in 1959. It was really, and some of the kids, they were wealthy families. Some of them were at my age, you know, 15, 16-year-old boys. Boy, I hate people catching up to me. So then I actually had some humiliating experiences there in terms of work. I was kind of downgraded. They called me lightning because apparently I was slow at performing certain tasks. I was okay as a kitchen boy, but I worked for this guy, Ray Arnold, who, 21 years old, West Virginia kid, who could do anything, build anything, do anything with horses. could sing, amazing kid. And 21 years old. What a guy. And so at that particular task, I wasn't too good. And so I was, my mom got on the phone. I was about 17 years old, 16. So I guess I was 17. And she wanted me out of the house. She wanted me to work. And so she was a real active lady, PTA president in 1958 at Audubon Junior High. Very active lady in the community. And she had connections at Chamber of Commerce. She was probably on that. And she made a few calls, finally called a guy, Union Station, La Brea and Rodale, Ben Sutton. And damned if she didn't get me an interview. And I went over there, and it was really more than, you just had the job. I had the job. And I remember I just didn't get that job. I had the embarrassing kind of experience at Catalina. It wasn't that bad, but it was a little bit undermining, confidence undermining. And when I got to the gas station, it was a simple job. You just go up to the customer back then in the day, can I help you? And then tell you they want some gas. You start the gas, go around, check under the hood. But for some reason, I was very nervous. And I must have worked about 2-3 weeks, maybe 3-4 days each week in the afternoon. And one Sunday, Ben called me into the office. And he really, it was really do or die. He just said, you're not getting it. You're not doing the job. And he gave me this book for rookies, rookie book for gas station attendants. And I remember he sent me into the car wash to sit in a customer's car and read the book. And I was so broken at that moment in my life. It kind of got to me just now, reliving that humiliating experience. And yet I just calmed down, and one of the guys said, it's so simple. I said, just go, may I help you? And then start the gas in the car. I had to get the sequence down. I was probably just all over the map, trying to do the job. But no, step by step. I was, and I got it. Almost instantly, I began to calm down and get the routine. So, put the gas in, check under the hood, do the windows. And you do more, you do maybe the battery and the tires if they bought a lot of gas. So anyway, taking a break. This is Carpinteria State Beach Park here. And this is the last unit here in the line. There's 2 more up ahead, actually 2 more up ahead, and then 1 more beyond that. So, anyway, I didn't mean to get all off on all these jobs I had, but I had a job selling Christmas trees. I delivered drugs, that sounds great. Patterson Drug hired me just like one day or half a day a week. 59 Ford. Delivery pharmacy, and I actually enjoyed most of these jobs, and I had to do it because I didn't have a rich uncle, and my parents didn't have any money. They split in 1960, And I had really good parents, don't make any mistake about that. I mean, there's friction and drinking, the usual problems. But there was a lot of love there, and a lot of motivation and good role modeling from these Midwestern. Hey, little doggy. Anyway, so work experience, I had a lot of it under my belt, and one of the most fun jobs I had was LA Yellow Cab. God, that was a great job. While I was from 1964 and 65, just a few months, one time in the winter, which was not very good, didn't make much money then, but the summertime, when it was probably the summer of 65, and the Beatles came to town. I was driving up Highland, and busloads of girls going up there to see the Beatles, and they were screaming it at me even. You know, any young guy would be, they're just hormone-laden females, energetic. So there was that job, and I soldiered on, got a degree in zoology, went to work for LA County Health Department. But I always, here's where I get to the economics, is I did believe in saving money. I had no money. In fact, one time I couldn't pay the rent. And some friends, some young guys, one of the guys worked at a place where I was delivering pizzas in Long Beach. Joe's, it was Dino's Pizza on 7th. A bunch of us met there, still friends to this day. But anyway, so it was hard times, but I remember being frugal, and I recall having about $30 saved up, and I was really proud of that in 1960, mid-60s, somewhere in there. After, I did save money, and then somehow, with a college degree, like a lot of people, had a degree in zoology, and they go, I was so fed up with school. That's a whole nother issue, how wrong school is from kindergarten on up. You don't really learn anything except it's so narrow. You don't really learn that much about life, and you're young and energetic, and you're having to sit still and study stuff you may not have any interest in. But anyway, I did it, got my degree, and I got this job as a health inspector. And I started buying real estate in 1972. Bought a triplex at 247 grand, I think it was, in Long Beach. And I ended up selling it. Didn't make much money on it. But in 1975, I got back into it, buying property. And it turns out that between 1975 and 1980, the properties, a couple of them tripled in value. And that was how I was able to buy a ranch up here in Toro Canyon. Getting back to Robert Kiyosaki, I never had an ambition to be wealthy, to be rich. I just wanted to be my own boss and just manage a smaller situation, not have a lot of property and all that. And the ranch was so much fun. I had little rentals up there. I wasn't exactly a hermit. And I'd go into this club I mentioned earlier at the Sheraton Club from about 1980 when I moved up here. But anyway, so it all turned out okay. I guess I might, just let's say it looks like I'll have enough money to last me until I croak off. But we never know. You never know anything. And I could just drop dead right here, right now. But anyway, I just enjoy it. Wasn't interested in being a millionaire. And I'm not, well, I'm not a billionaire, but I'm comfortable and I get outside. Oh, remember those ladies that were kind of overweight? Yeah, don't do that. See, do that. I don't know if you can see them. People running there on the beach, fishing.